As a great song once said, today's show is hot and cold as well. The hot part, how to be a better lover, and we're going to chat with a longtime couple now in the Simon Fraser Lodge about, just what it's like to be a couple and be together for so long. I'm curious to know. It'll be a funny segment there. Plus, we're going to chat about Downtown Winterfest and maybe even get up to some ice carving. We'll just have to see. All that and more coming up on CKPG Today. Today we're stopping at Simon Fraser Lodge for a very special Valentine's Day edition. We got a bunch of couples inside here that have been married for like 50 plus years. So naturally, on Valentine's Day, you have to ask them, both men and women, what's the secret to a long-lasting marriage and what do they remember about their wedding day? Let's go find out and have a few laughs together. All right, starting here with Sheila and Leslie. Maybe Sheila, tell me a little bit about how long you guys have been married.
63 years.
63. Do you remember the day you met?
Mm-hmm.
What was it like? Paint me a picture.
The day we met, well, we were both going to the same college.
Okay.
And we met just casually at first.
How did he win you over?
Well.
I like this. This is going to be a good answer here.
Well, for one thing, he took me home for Easter vacation.
Okay. And where was home?
Alberta,
okay.
Northern Alberta. And he took me home, and not an awful lot happened, but on the way back, he stopped at his brother's place, which was a watchmaker, and he said, I have a watch for you. And then he said, will you marry me? And I said, yes.
Wow. This is Joyce and Jerry. So who wants to start here and tell me how long you guys have been married?
66, I think.
66. That's pretty good. Do you remember when you first met Jerry? What was that like? Jerry's laughing on the side. He remembers.
High school.
And sorry, say that again?
He was at high school.
In high school. Oh, you guys are high school sweethearts.
We met at a dance class because he was tall and I was tall.
And you both good dancers, or has he maybe got two left legs?
Well, we didn't know how to dance then, but we were taking lessons.
Do you remember what was so special about Joyce right away? What did you notice?
She was tall and I was tall, so we were a good match.
You thought right away, yeah, this is my girl?
Well, I don't remember that.
What would you say out there, Jerry, is the secret to a long-lasting marriage?
Give and take.
All right, now to another table here. Valerie and Michael. Maybe Michael, we'll start with you.
Yeah, okay.
Do you remember how long have you and Valerie been married?
58 years.
Wow, 58. Okay, yeah. Do you remember the day you met? What was it like?
When we met?
Yeah.
Oh, we met at a party.
At a party?
In Vancouver.
Okay.
And Valerie was wearing a pink leather outfit.
Valerie, tell me about that night too. For you, walk me through a little bit of what you remember about Michael from that night. Because we've heard his side. I want to hear your side.
I was wearing shorts.
He was wearing shorts. And every time we had a date, he wore shorts.
He was the shorts?
And my roommate asked me, did your boyfriend have a pair of long pants?
What is the secret to a long-lasting marriage? I'll ask you, I'll go back to you, Michael, but Valerie first.
What's have your arguments, but always make up.
Always make up. Okay, Michael, what would you say?
Yeah, I guess always forgive before the day's out.
All right, now time for our final stop here on the Valentine's Day tour at Simon Fraser Lodge. And who am I here with? What was your name?
Ron Wilson.
Ron Wilson and
Marion Olson.
Marion Wilson. Okay, now you guys, I hear, are you've been together for a long time, Ron?
Yes.
How long? I'm debating. Are you counting up the years? I'm not a math guy either, so I can't help you.
60 year on.
60. Oh, she knows. Tell me back to the day you met Ron. What do you remember?
I was waiting to go out with a girlfriend, and he showed up with the girlfriend.
Oh.
She was a keeper.
Yeah? She was a keeper right away?
Yeah, she told me what to do right away.
Okay, tell me about the wedding here. You guys, like, where was it and how did it happen?
It was in Comox.
Okay, on the island?
Yeah, on the island at the Anglican church. It was just a quiet little
Yeah, small wedding.
small wedding, yeah.
Okay, what would you say to the guys listening out there? Anything specific?
Yes, dear.
like
Learn how to say it.
Yeah, that's just good advice.
See, this is good advice that can be carried across multiple generations. That's for sure. All right. Well, I'll let you guys keep carrying on here, and thanks for sharing this today. Well, it wouldn't be Valentine's Day without talking about relationships and, well, a topic today you're probably going to relate to, how to be a better lover. Christina Bianchini back. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's.
This is, a good topic I feel like to talk about. My girlfriend told me to listen closely to what you had to say.
All right, take some notes. Caden, take some notes.
So, how to be a better lover? I mean, is this just kind of an overarching thing because do you feel like people just aren't that great at being lovers to each other anymore? Is that a thing?
I think that people don't know how to love. I think that most of us weren't taught, most of us didn't have the greatest examples. And so what does it mean to actually be loving? And I think that's what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, I think it's great. So we got 4 main points to focus on here. Maybe the first one, we'll start with that. Holding the other person in high regard. What do you mean by that?
I mean, I am their biggest fan and supporter. Like, I genuinely like this person. I cherish this person. I want to create the most fertile ground for them to be the best human possible. So I'm going to do things to help them to feel safe in the relationship, to really feel seen as who they are, to feel validated. So it's the little things, right? It's the daily affirmations, but it's also just like, I think you're the coolest human. And I just want to pour myself into loving you and giving, and yeah.
Does it look different, I guess, depending on people's love languages? Is that an important piece of this? Or I guess any way to show that is a good way?
Yeah, I think it does in terms of how people receive it. But I think it's the the general context of like, I want to uplift this person. We see people who've been in marriages for how many years, and they don't even like each other anymore.
Yeah, it seems that way anyway.
Right? Or they do things to harm the other person. And we really need to get to a place where we're actually cherishing the people that we're with.
Yeah, I think that's a good reminder. Yeah, give a compliment today. It's a good day, Valentine's Day for that, especially.
Appreciation, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, number 2, considering both people equals in the relationship. I feel like this is, something maybe if you go back 100 years, that wasn't the case, but nowadays you definitely.
Well, it's about considering self and other equally, right? So it's like, when I'm making decisions in my life, I'm considering how this is going to impact the other person.
Right.
Because their experience matters to me. Who they are matters to me. And I also don't do that in a way that's completely selfless. Like, I also matter. So it's not about being codependent and overgiving. It's giving and considering because I genuinely know that this is going to be helpful to them and to me, and we're building something together.
It's more about the decision of like building things and choosing, decisions as one, right? Like you're the unit instead of maybe individually, like I'm gonna, go do this and never mind, the other person doesn't have to know. Is that kind of go back to that
Well,
point?
I think it's that people can choose different things. I think it's more about whether I consider the other person's feelings and the impact, and we have a conversation. Maybe we don't agree. It's not about agreeance.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
And so that's the next point here is really about like wanting the absolute best for the other person.
Yeah.
each of us are on our own journeys. We have our own dreams and desires and goals.
Yeah.
And when we get into relationships, sometimes it can get really beige and really muddy. Like we stop growing as individuals. So I want to love with as much freedom as possible. I want to take control and getting my own way out of it. I need to include myself, but I don't want to impede another person's growth.
Right, because yeah, there's a point of that. Love is freedom, right?
Love is freedom.
I like that point a lot.
It's not control. It's really, most of us don't even see that we're doing this. We're manipulating the other person to get what we want.
Yeah, you're just a little blind to it.
Yeah.
All right, last point here, Christina. Do your work.
I could literally talk about this for days, right? So if I want to create, if love is creating the most fertile ground for the other person's growth, then when I have unhealed parts of myself, I might react defensively. I might be critical of the other person. When I'm critical of somebody, then I'm actually and constantly telling them they're not good enough. What am I doing to their sense of self? I am not helping them to grow. It's not a loving environment. And all of us have places that we have opportunities. All of us need to learn more about healthy relationships. So we're all need to do our own work, but that's the key is I don't want my lack of work to negatively impact the other person. So doing my own work is the most loving thing that I could possibly do in a relationship.
One last one to wrap it up here. I was going to ask, Valentine's Day, obviously a big Hallmark holiday, all this, but if whatever reason someone's working away, they miss Valentine's Day, is it the end of the world in a relationship?
Absolutely not. One day a year does not make or break a relationship. It's going to be these small things on a daily basis, the appreciations, the considerations, the delight in somebody that you're just so excited when they walk in the door because you absolutely love who they are as a human. That's what matters.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I feel like some people needed to hear that anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's.
And, yeah, always great to have Christina in with advice. Of course, if you have any questions, maybe you have them personally for Christina, reach out to Epiphany Counseling and she'll give you a hand. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Miss an episode? That's okay, life gets busy. We get it. Or maybe you didn't miss anything, but you're here to watch that one feature again because honestly, it was that good. No judgment. Here's the good news. You can relive every moment of the CKPG Today Show whenever you want. Head over to ckpgtoday.ca, click on the Today Show tab, and voila. So grab some snacks, kick back, and binge away because let's face it, life's too short to miss out on great local TV.
Downtown Winterfest back for another year here at City Hall in the plaza, and as you can see, they have a giant ice slide ready for your enjoyment. It's going to be your enjoyment watching me go down it today, but it just starts at 11 Saturday, and you can send your kids down this, send your worst enemies, and apparently your favorite television hosts as well. We're going to catch up with the carvers, but first I got to go down this thing. There's only one way to get down. 3, 2. Whoa, this is pretty. That's pretty fast. I approve. Winterfest, of course, set to come here to City Hall and stop with some incredible ice and snow carvings as well. There's a blank slate behind me. This is going to be filled with entertaining and cool creative stuff with Mary Lynn and Alex here as well. Mary Lynn, who are you and why do you do this? This sounds crazy. Ice carving, snow carving.
Hello, guys. I come from Quebec and I come here to give a little nice carving session with everybody here in Prince George.
How long you been carving for?
I've been carving for the past 10 years, ice and snow back home.
Okay, so, and is it nicer in English to do it or French land?
It's nicer both language, love it.
Okay, I like it. And Alex, you're stuck with her, so how is it going for you?
Oh, I mean, come on. With a professional artist like this, it's been a dream. This is like I think my 4th year out here in Prince George. So yeah, no, I'm loving it, and I mean it's great conditions, and You know, it's much better than many of the years I've been here before. So yeah, I'm feeling lucky.
Sometimes you're doing it with water because the ice has been melting.
Exactly. Yes. or it's raining. No, it's not raining. It's never raining in this town.
But yeah, so tell me a little bit of the ice that you see around here comes from Ness Lake locally. But what is the ideal temperature to do ice carving, snow carving stuff? Is it really cold, or are we in the sweet spot?
Absolutely. Yeah, you want to get something like -10, minimum -10.
Okay.
Then again, you don't want to go anywhere like -30 or anything like that, because then you can get more cracking and that sort of thing. Yeah. So I'd say a good -15 to -20 would be a good. What do you think, Marilyn?
Yeah. -5 and under, perfect.
Perfect. Okay, so we're looking at perfect conditions really for the weekend.
Totally.
Okay.
Lovely.
What do you got planned for the wall behind me here, Alex? And I'll go to you first before Mary Lynn. But
Well, we've got our typical, we've got some logos, we got some cutouts for the kids so they can jump in there. We were even thinking maybe even a school of fish or maybe some animals. We're not sure yet. Oh, definitely we know how much you guys love doing tracking out here. So we're going to put some animal footprints along there so people can figure out where they are. It's going to be great.
I like it. Okay, what is the hardest thing? Maybe I'll ask you, Mary Lynn. What is the hardest thing to carve? What's the hardest thing for you?
For me, the hardest thing to carve, architecture.
Architecture. Okay, really?
So we're not gonna get
No buildings.
No buildings.
Okay, well, don't look forward to building.
Yeah.
That's a good thing they're around downtown.
Exactly.
You don't have to carve them. Well, what's your favorite thing to carve?
To represent anything that is natural, the fauna, the flora,
Okay.
humans, all of it. Bring it on. Bring it on.
Okay. Alex, what about for you? What's the hardest thing? What's the easiest?
Oh, geez. Yeah, I'd have to go with Mary Lynn on that one. Yeah, anything that's really sharp and exact is very difficult, but anything organic is so much fun. I like doing faces, I like doing people and animals. There's just way more opportunity to just go with the flow. So yeah.
I like it. What gets you people into carving? Maybe Mary Lynn, I'll ask you first. Did you see ice one day and you're like, I want to chop it up? Or how did this go? Were you having a nice drink in a bar and you're like...
Well, you really need to get a little bit of craziness behind your eyes first to enjoy doing that in the winter time all day long.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So a little bit of craziness, a little bit of passion, a little bit of big art, and that's it. There you have a big recipes to have fun and be a professional ice and snow carver.
Okay. Alex, same thing for you?
More or less. I mean, it's also the location. It's just BC as well as Quebec. It's such a great place to kind of work with these kind of raw materials that you don't get in a lot of parts of the rest of the country. So the snow and the ice, it's just so much abundance. So why wouldn't you? And then just being around other artists that just influence us to say, hey, you should try this. And then we just continue that. So for the next generation of artists, we'll be like, hey, you should try this. It's amazing.
Awesome. Well, thanks for your time today, guys. I know you're busy carving and all here downtown, but you're going to want to come check this out for Downtown Winterfest. Lots of vendors, lots of fun coming up here and this weekend here in Prince George. Thanks for coming all the way from Quebec.
Yeah.
Merci beaucoup.
Ben de rien, ça fait plaisir.
Let's go. I still know a little bit of French. And thank you.
Yes, merci.
We head outside for a painting. I'm kidding, it's a CKPG snapshot. This is a real photo from Alexandria John. Sunset through the trees at Cottonwood Park in Fort St. James. Beautiful shot here over Stewart Lake, which you can see very clearly, thanks to this cold snap we had, is frozen. Beautiful shot here, of course, with the sunset as well. Yeah, I know you probably would think it's a painting, but it is a real photo. Alexandria, great job with this one.
I'm out of breath. 31. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. 31. I'll take that. Thank you. You guys do TV studios by chance?
Build anything, yeah. It's not an issue.
Might have to take him up on his offer here. 33. You can stop. You're good. You only have to do like 20 a day for the Canadian Mental Health Association. So
Only 20 a day. Okay.
you did some for me too. So
for tomorrow too.
What's your favorite kind of dance?
Can't tell you right now. It's a surprise. You would have to watch me.
8, 9, for 50. Will he do it? Whoa, yeah, I'll give it to you. 50. Fair and square. High five.
23. I don't know how many keys are on piano, but that has to be more, right? 25. Pretty good. Tommy Osborne, great piano teacher. Good at push-ups too. High five.
I was gonna say, like, you come in, I guess most people start with a cup of coffee. You start with it, you just drink the chocolate?
No, I would like to, but then I'd have to clean the whole machine. But
Sweet girl, where'd you find her? She heard I had a position open and she just walked in. I think there's a story there.
48, 49, 50. Wow. Greg, wow. Round of applause. Hey there, got an idea or suggestion for the show? Reach out and connect through our social media or send us an email at letstalk@ckpgtoday.ca.
Sometimes you wonder, Prince George, what do we do here? Do we lead the world in anything cool, crazy? Fun fact, we actually led Canada to a national standard in snow clearing at the airport. We're going to take a look at that today in local history.
Here's something I bet you didn't know. Back in 1955, Prince George developed a snow plan that set the standard for the rest of Canada. Yeah, Prince George's Airport basically revolutionized the method of winter maintenance. It was first proven and accepted as a national standard. Every airport manager's office in the Dominion, you can tell how long ago this was, lies a directive outlining the winter maintenance method, which was developed here. How about that? Prince George prides itself on great winter maintenance at YXS still today.
So yeah, there you go. The YXS folks, very, very proud of that snow clearing track record, you could say. They do a great job, so shout out to them out there. But hope you had lots of fun on the show today, and wishing you a very happy Valentine's Day as well to all the couples watching. If you're single, well, good luck today. I'll say that to you. Okay, have a great weekend, folks. Bye for now.